So, yesterday we have done basics about communication and the root causes of fears and basics of the public speaking as well. So, today we'll be proceeding. So, the first secret is when your body, soul, and mouth are aligned in the same direction. So, when you're speaking to someone, if you don't want that कि भाई मैं उससे कम्युनिकेट करना चाहता हूँ, do I really want to communicate to the other person? We have to put that question as well. And हमारे मूड उस टाइम पे क्या चल रहे हैं, ऐसा नहीं कि इफ आई एम communicating a happy statement but in a sad form or in a sad mood. So when your mind, soul, your emotions and body are aligned in the same direction, only then the communication is communicated in an effective way. Okay, so the next thing is be confident and comfortable. So communication का basic rule यही होता है कि अगर आप दूसरे पर्सन को यू आर मेकिंग देम फीलिंग कंफर्टेबल, अगर वो नेक्स्ट पर्सन आपके साथ कंफर्टेबल फील ही नहीं कर रहा है, सो देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ कम्युनिकेटिंग, बी इट द मोस्ट वैल्यूएबल इंफॉर्मेशन इन द वर्ल्ड और एनीथिंग. एंड अगर आप कॉन्फिडेंट ही नहीं हो तो आपका जो द अदर पर्सन विल थिंक दैट you are not into much this conversation and you are taking a back step. Maybe that thing could be something else, or maybe there's a problem between you and all. So being confident and comfortable is the most important thing. And if I talk about my life, if I make it some relatable to me, so many people talk to me that भाई तू ना comfortable feel करा देता मुझे. So मैं सिर्फ एक हैक यूज करता हूँ, asking questions. अब क्वेश्चंस फॉर एग्जांपल, आई वाज इन माय फर्स्ट ईयर एंड मेरे को एक थर्ड ईयर के भैया मिले एंड आई स्टार्टेड आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस लाइक सो हाउ वाज योर जर्नी एंड विच सब्जेक्ट्स आर द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट एंड किस सब्जेक्ट्स पे आपको ज़्यादा ध्यान देना चाहिए. सो इट मेड अ पर्सनल कनेक्शन एंड ऑल्सो आई आस्क अबाउट द सोसाइटीज इन विच ही वॉज enrolled. सो अगर आप किसी नए बंदे से मिलते हो, if he or she is from a company, ask about the company as well. If he she from another profession, ask about the profession. You can also relate to the thing that मेरी फैमिली के अंकल हैं या फिर एक दीदी हैं जो इस प्रोफेशन में हैं, and talk about that thing for at least 10 to 15 minutes and you are good to go. The next point, getting rid of nervousness through brisk exercises. So ये जो एक point है, this is most related to the on stage conversations. So what do you mean by brisk exercises? It is the fast movements of the body. Now, for example, uh, there was a speech in my college and I was really nervous about it and I was feeling anxious about it. So I read the fact that हमारी जो एंजाइटी होती है या फिर जब भी हम फंबल करते हैं, इट्स ऑलवेज रिलेटेड टू द बॉडी, नॉट रिलेटेड टू द माउथ. अगर हमारी बॉडी फंबल कर रही है तो ऑटोमेटिकली हमारे वर्ड्स, हमारा माउथ फंबल करेगा, क्योंकि द अमाउंट ऑफ एंजाइटी वी क्रिएट, इट क्रिएट्स द बॉडी टू शेक. हमारे मतलब एंजाइटी का जो हमारा रूट, जो हमारा कॉज था, इट्स लाइक बैक इन द डेज कि व्हेन वी वर इन द सर्वाइवल एज ऑफ स्टोन एज. तो एंजाइटी का मेन पर्पस ये था टू मेक आवर माइंड एंड बॉडी अलर्ट. सो अब तो हमें सर्वाइवल की नीड तो है नहीं. So when we are in the situations which trigger us, like being presenting to the people or to the audience or being in a tension situation, so हमारी body creates a lot of anxiety which makes our body to shiver or shake. So इसको निकालने का सबसे effective तरीका है brisk exercises, which is like 10-minute fast walks, or you can do push-ups, you can do jumping jacks as well. So इससे क्या होगा, हमारी body will get relaxed. हमारी जब बॉडी रिलैक्स होगी, हमारी एंजाइटी कम होगी, ऑटोमेटिकली हम एक स्टेबल स्टेट में आ पाएंगे एंड वी वुड बी एबल टू कम्युनिकेट इफेक्टिवली. और ये एक्सरसाइज मैं खुद भी यूज करता हूँ. मैं 10 पुशअप्स कर लेता हूँ एंड थोड़े बहुत जंप इन जैक्स एंड आई एम गुड टू गो, मे बी सम स्क्वाट्स, क्योंकि आपकी थोड़ी बॉडी को रिलैक्स करना है एंड यू हैव टू excrete some of the energy and some of the anxiety. Okay, the next is strategized eye contact. The most important thing in communication or public speaking or anything related. So, what do you mean by eye contact? Uh, Personally, मैंने काफी लोगों को नोटिस करा है कि when they are talking, वो या तो ऐसे करके बात करेंगे या फिर ऊपर देख के बात करेंगे. भाई, आई एम टॉकिंग टू योर सेल्फ, सो टॉक टू मी face to face. I don't know why. Maybe it's a sign of nervousness or anything else. But eye contact is the most important thing. Uh, so eye contact की एक exercise I would like to share. इसमें you can play a game. By how? So you can make a goal of a day like I have to make a eye contact to 10 random people. You have to catch their eyes. अब जरूरी नहीं है 10 के 10 people will revert back to you and they will make eye contact with you. So if only if the other person makes an eye contact to you, say hello to them or good morning, how are you, just a small form of greeting. So by this you will remove the hesitation of eye contact. And I learned this by gradually learning from other people in the college, and I also started my eye contact game gradually. पहले भी I was not able to make an eye contact for maybe less than 5 seconds, but धीरे धीरे करके मैंने कहा कि ओके, एंड आई हैव टू रियली वॉच द अदर पर्सन इन द आईज. जबरदस्ती ऐसा नहीं कि अभी यहाँ पे देख लेता हूँ, अभी यहाँ पे देख लेता हूँ, मुझे एटलीस्ट 10 to 15 seconds लगातार हैव टू मेक आई कॉन्टैक्ट. ओके, देन आफ्टर दैट अ ब्रेक, देन आफ्टर 10 seconds, देन आफ्टर अ ब्रेक. सो ऐसे से करके मेक योर आई कॉन्टैक्ट ग्रेजुअली इंक्रीजिंग. द नेक्स्ट इज यूजिंग द आर्ट ऑफ कॉम्प्लीमेंटिंग. इसके बारे में हमने कल थोड़ी सी ब्रीफ भी दी थी. सो complimenting is the most important thing, or you can say a very effective tool, जिससे आप किसी से भी अपनी बात मनवा सकते हो, और you can make the other person's day. For example, let's take an example of Meher only. So when I first met her, she was my classmate and I saw her on the stage of and she was giving a PPT. I was really astonished about the way she spoke and her body movements, the content she was speaking. So I got up from my desk and asked her, like, Meha, you are really good at speaking, and I noticed that you are very good at your hand gestures and movements. So, how you are able to implicate and to integrate these things into your daily lives, and you are able to, express yourself in front of maybe 40 and 45 people. And she was impressed, and she told me, oh wow, that's that was a very insightful compliment for me. And uh, किसी ने कभी नोटिस नहीं करा ये स्पीकिंग वाली चीज. सो व्हाट आई डिड, I noticed something which was soft skill of her, which is not related to the body part or any physical things. So first thing is observe the other person and at what things he or she is good at. Now the second thing is ask a follow-up question. Ki how you are able to learn that skill and how you are able to implicate or integrate those skills in your daily lives and how you are able to get benefit out of it. So when you ask a question, they get really excited about sharing their journey, how they learned that skill and how everything went. So this also creates a sense of connection, like the other person really wants to know me, and the other person really sees me as well. Yes, so this was the art of complementing. Framework of an effective communication. Okay, so ये काफी बेसिक चीज है. starting of a communication starts from a introduction. अब इंट्रोडक्शन में ये नहीं सिर्फ ओके माई सेल्फ गुरसिमर सिंह and I study in this and this, and this is my mom and dad. I've done my schooling at that school and that. This is just a basic. If you want to really impress the other person or just to like show off something, just a little bit, so you can go by this as well. So myself, Gursimar Singh, and do you know that who's the person calculating the premium behind your insurance? I am. So basically, I am a student of actuarial science, and actuaries calculate the premiums and they calculate the all overall policy of insurances. So I just made a question out of my profession, which I will be going into. So that's a pretty good way of introducing yourselves. The second thing, asking about the person, be it any questions and about their families, about anything. So the first thing is introduction, uh, by by which you can make the other person really excited about to talk to, and you can pick a very interesting topic after that, and the other person will have to talk about that. उसको ही नहीं लगेगा वो भाई ये तो काफी इंटरेस्टिंग पर्सन है, इसने तो भाई काफी insightful information दे दी what he is doing and asking my questions. So he or she will definitely be eager to have a conversation with you. The second thing is shooting right questions, the most important part of any communication. I have also seen that जब मेरे से कोई क्वेश्चन पूछता है तो आई टेक अ पॉज. जरूरी नहीं है कि other person have asked a question and you have to answer it right away. Take a little bit of like 2 to 3 seconds, take a little pause, then answer. क्योंकि जब कोई हमसे क्वेश्चन पूछता है ना एंड दे आर लाइक जस्ट सेइंग ओ टेल मी व्हाट यू डू, सो आपके बैक एंड ऑफ द माइंड में चल रहा होता है ओ शिट आई हैव टू गिव आई हैव टू गिव द आंसर ऑफ दिस राइट नाउ. नो, टेक अ पॉज, analyze that question, take 5 seconds of your time, then answer it. And in those 5 seconds, you can also structure your thoughts, which is the very important thing. What you have to say first, what would be the follow up thing, and how would you end it? And also, it is an art of asking the right questions about. So, there is a framework of asking question which is called, I guess, focus or something, which is stands for F for family, O for occupation, C for creativity, and there was some other word, let me recall it. Desires. Focus, occupation, creativity, and desires, or desires you can say the future goals as well. So you can create a template of these four parts, cause ये जो जितने भी four parts of their lives हैं ये सबके similar questions बन सकते हैं. Okay, so how many people are there in your family, or what do you do for occupation, and what you do in your free time, or what's your hobby. And if you talk about hobby, so it can also go by from how many time you are learning this, and how you are good at it. So can you tell me something about it, because I am really eager to learn that hobby as well. So this is a framework which you can use as well. Okay, we'll be doing an activity of shooting the right questions. Ask question continuously to the other person, and you have to answer that question by asking the other question. Meher and I will be giving an example of this, and after this, you any of two you will be doing this. Okay, so can we start, Meher?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yes, Rija. I think there's a question. Yes, Rija, do you want to ask something?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, I forgot the name. You said like focus, right? For family, occupation, C is for creativity, and the next letters are like alphabets are U and S. So you're talking about the desire, how that you and his.
Yeah, I was not like really into the short form part. I just
Okay,
gave you the four aspects of questions.
okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
one more thing, you was you said like you told about do you know who handles this insurance part? It's me, right? And after that, you also was saying that you can add about the family introduction. How do you do that?
So, basically, if my father is a businessman, so I also do that by going. If you really want a really good perfume and a really good belt, or anything which can you can know enhance your personality, you can give me a call and I will be there after you. So just add some creativity, or like you are there to provide to the other person what you can provide to the other person. So that's really creates a need. Okay, this person can be helpful for me in the future, or I have to be really connected to them as well.
Yeah, to build that the connection, I always get ended up in a situation where people compliment me, but I don't know how to accept and reciprocate that. So I'll be like, what? What is this kind of is it gives me a sensation of like question, did I overdo and that's why I got this compliment, or is it doubtful situation? And then I simply smile, or do not respond, or just give an emoji like like, and then leave it. So I leave sometimes by doing this, the other person would be in a situation whether, because this is what I need in my relationship also, right? Like which gives the person in a hang up situation like, was that compliment which I gave like a doubtful situation, or is it something which I gave but she did not even give a dab about it, something like a attitude, right? So
Yes,
how do
yes,
we
yes.
do that? Then how do we make, and also because I need that connection, I don't want to lose that connection,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? Even if it is a friend or a stranger or anybody. Uh,
Okay, so basically you just want to know how would you respond to compliments you get,
yeah.
and just the follow-up thing. Okay, so according to me, what I do is, if whenever I get a compliment, so first of all, thank you so much, भाई तूने इतना मेरे अंदर notice किया. I feel so grateful. So thank you so much for this. And I also follow up with the compliment about themselves, other person as well. Like for example, there was a person in my society which gave me a compliment. Bhai, you are a very humorous, and you just create the room so good, and you are good with jokes. And I was like, thank you so much, and I thank them. Bhai tera bhi bahut bahut thank you, because you are laughing on the jokes. So it's
Okay.
like being in present, and thank you for noticing at least.
Okay.
Okay. So
N- Now at the workplace, what happens is people say, people come and tell me that, "Hey, it's a good job that you have done it.
yes.
Um, like oh, you are the pro, you are like a pro, you do it before we ask." So and I always meet leaders, like I have to be meeting the leadership team always, and whenever, even if it is genuine compliment or it's not, but I should be accepting it and reciprocate, so that the leadership actually keeps in contact with me, and have that build and trust, so that they notice me and give me more tasks, that kind, uh, that is very important for me. And I always hesitate whenever my leaders compliment me and I don't know how to leave back. They give the stars for us because the ratings will be there, however it is there or not, but those compliments are having that connection, or maybe like keeping them as a part of a
Hmm.
network, may not be in this point, may not be in the organization which I'm working, but I can also have that connection outside. So
Yes.
I end up saying nothing, like, and we are not in, like, at least I'm in part of, talking to you like this. You can see me that I can at least give a smile. Oh, yeah, that's noticeable. Mostly in the
Yes.
organization, it happens like we are all working from home, and I keep getting it. I don't say anything, and that point of time, like, they are not noticing whether I'm smiling or not. We just say like, "Oh, yeah, thank you." It's a common word. I want to really use it in a different way so that my leader also understands. Wow, she is really good. Like, let's say last week I was having birthday, and it was like they were wishing me, and hey, thank you so much. That's it. But it happened in such a way that, getting the wishes from a leaders, it's a different story, right?
Yes.
It's something like out of the box.
Yes. Yes.
So I mean, the US people express in a different way, and they for them it is birthday is like a biggest thing. Like, hey, that's so nice. It's a happy birthday, Swati. They said, like, it is something which they express, and we Indians uh, or hesitate to express, or it is never taught in our homes, or how do we express. And as you said, we get tremble because our survival mode of the body is in a state of a situation where it feels uncomfortable, like, gets in a doubt or judgment,
Yes.
and then
You
it is.
get the
Yeah.
conflict between the thoughts and the thinking.
Yeah, yeah, and we get stuck in between those, and we end up like a thank you, and then it looks so ordinary with the cheers of the expression they bought, and with what I am saying doesn't match that frequency, right?
Yes.
That
So
is
I also want to keep that frequency.
that is where this art is being used. That is why we say that communication or expression or these kinds of things are so important to understand and decode. That brings
Yeah.
the activity of shooting the questions. We'll give you an example and then you will do with each other. So it will be done online. So really be, keep your minds open. All right,
Okay,
we'll
so
start.
before that, I would be like finishing the question of Swati ji. So basically, what I do is I have already told. So if someone gives me a compliment, first of all, I give thank you, and I appreciate you for noticing that in me, and I follow up with the another compliment of themselves. It would be related to something which is not related to the physical part of the body, or it would be like you are good at doing this, making someone comfortable, or you are good at maybe making food or something like that. Not the physical thing, it would be mostly related to the skills or soft skills, you can say. So let's give an example of shooting the questions. Mera, are you ready?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You can
sure.
start.
Start. You can start.
Okay. What do you think you're having for dinner at night?
Why should I tell you?
Do you think you're a good speaker?
Do you think you are beautiful?
Yes.
She just lost the point. She answered my question. So that's the game. You don't have to answer the question. You have to ask question in top of the question. Did you understand?
We'll do one more round. We'll start with
Yeah,
one
sure.
more round.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, for sure.
Do you think you're a good speaker?
Do you think I am handsome?
Are you willing to take 5 classes today?
I don't know.
So you have to put in the questions in front of the person that the person's mind is supposed to answer that. And once he
Yes.
answers, he lost the game. So you have to ask random questions, but questions which the other person answers. All right? Anybody wants to volunteer? Anybody who wants to volunteer? Anyone, you have to do it. Okay, one is Swati. Second, Sanjana ji, Ritu ji, Sanjana ji. Okay, let's bring them onto the stage. Yes, unmute, unmute Sanjana ji, unmute. Okay, let's start. Let's start with Swati
Oh,
ji.
One doubt, like we should ask the question to make the other person answer, or is it something like,
Yeah, make the other person answer.
okay.
That is why he asked me, am I handsome? Then I answer with a yes or no. But then you have to ask a question. You don't have to answer that. All right, let's start. Swati ji, let's start with you.
Hey Sanjana, what's up for now? Have you cooked anything?
Hi, Swati. Do you think you are a smart coach?
Yeah, do you know about what color I like?
Did you had your breakfast?
Uh, I think I'm going to do some, the list of questions to prepare for my client.
You're awesome today.
You've answered. You've answered already. Both of you answered.
Both of them
You're
answered.
awesome, and I have a list of things. Okay, to do. That's amazing. That was nice. Rituji, do you want to try with one of us?
But I didn't get that. Like you are saying, are we supposed to answer or
No,
it is some,
No.
we are
You
not
just
supposed to
have
answer?
to put on the question.
just questions, random questions. Once you answer,
Oh,
So let us try
blank.
again then.
nice. Shooting the questions was nice. Yes.
Yeah.
As Pushpaji is traveling, so I think Rituji have to do with us. Rituji, do you want to do it with us? You can unmute. Let's try. I think you can try with him.
Yes.
Okay.
So, how are you, Rituji?
Rituji, ask him, how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Uh, what did you eat last night?
Why should I tell you? Say, why should I tell you?
Why should I tell you?
Because I'm eager to know.
So once he answers, he's out. So you are the winner, Rituji. That is the game.
Yes.
And you can play it with your family members as well. It is fun family bonding game as well.
So basically,
Yes.
there is a
What happens with this? Like,
okay. So I was going to explain that. So it is a activity of spontaneous thinking. So when you are on a stage or you are in a conversation, so spontaneous thinking should be going on in your back end of your mind, or you can say the subconscious mind. So this activity just enhances that ability of spontaneous thinking, of asking questions. Oh, I can ask this, I can ask that. So ये practice के through ही
This
आता
is
है
like
मतलब
this is going to be good for me because most of the time I go blank.
so वही आपको practice करना पड़ेगा. So you can practice this with your kids as well, or anyone, because we काफी friendly game and this creates a lot of fun as well. So क्योंकि random questions होते हैं ना, so you can ask about anything. कोई इसमें barrier नहीं है कि okay यही topic होना चाहिए या फिर यही topic होना चाहिए. So that's create a very good thing. Okay, so let's move on to the next session, like next part
hey,
should be.
one doubt while you are saying this, actually asking for a random question while sitting consciously, it is really very difficult. But when we
Yes,
are mad at somebody else, it goes like constant and the other person doesn't know the answer. Why that
yes.
happens? Like we are prepared with 10 questions, but the other person in front of us who has become the victim of that situation doesn't know what to answer, but we have 10 questions and he gets ended up, caught in that situation. Why
Hmm.
that happens actually?
So according to me, this is based on the situation type.
Okay.
Okay, so when you are in a situation of like, for example, you are meeting a new person, so that's a very light kind of situation. So you are just eager to know, you are relaxed. Sometimes you are relaxed and sometimes you are not. Depends on the how the other person is. Maybe he's the like some topmost level of any company, or like some a big person of about anything. So that's another thing. So it always related to the situation. So if there is a situation when you are like having conflict with your colleague or with your partner. So that's create your subconscious mind to be in that mode of asking questions. Oh, why did you do that yesterday? Or why did you and why like random questions, भाई तूने ये क्यों कर दिया भाई? ये होता है. This always dependent on the situations. So if you are good at making the tough situations lighter, so that would be easy for you to ask questions in that as well. So basically मेरी मैं ज़्यादा कुछ बोलूँगा नहीं, but मेरी थोड़ी सी एक स्किल होती है कि आई मेक द रूम लाइटर. सो अभी इसका एग्जांपल बताता हूँ. मेरा अभी इंटरव्यू था किसी एक कंपनी में, एंड आई वाज देयर, एंड इट लास्टेड फॉर 1 hour, and I was not able to answer the questions as at the last part of the interview, and I just asked the interviewer, "Can you answer that for me because I am eager to know?" And he laughed. "भाई मैं क्यों बताऊं? It's your duty to know." So
What did you ask? I didn't get.
so I was not able to answer, and I didn't know the question the interviewer asked. So I just asked them, "Can you answer that for me because I am eager to know?" So that just create something lighter, because they were like, भाई तुझे पता होना चाहिए था. So I was like, सर आप ही बता दो.
Uh,
Because कभी कभी you are not you don't know the everything about any topic. So होता है कभी कभी situations like this हो जाती हैं. So that's the thing. So it's dependent on you whether you are able to make the situations lighter or not. So that's the thing, according to me.
so it is better always having the situations lighter.
No, not always, not always, not always, because there are some conversations which could be done in a room with so much of tension, because वो conversations ही ऐसी होती है. So room to room, person to person, and situation to situation. So अगर जहाँ पे एक room है, room in the sense where there is a possibility of the conversation can be go lighter, so आप कर सकते हैं. बट अगर आपको नहीं करना, सो फॉर एग्जांपल अगर एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट मीटिंग चल रही है विद योर बॉस, सो आप वहां पे आप मजाक या फिर आप जोक क्रैक नहीं कर सकते. बट अगर आपकी इंपॉर्टेंट मीटिंग चल रही है आपके पार्टनर के साथ, बट आप कुछ डिस्कस कर रहे हो टुवर्ड्स दी एंड और मिडल मिडल में, यू कैन यूज सरकाजम और यू कैन डू दैट बिकॉज स्टेक्स इतनी हाई नहीं है उस चीज में. सो दैट्स द थिंग. कोई कोई सिचुएशंस में यू कैन यूज द लाइटर टोन और लाइटर थिंग्स एंड यू कैन ट्रांसिट, बट इन सम सिचुएशंस इट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट कि आप फॉर्मल चीज में ही हैं. सो दैट्स द थिंग. यस.
So let's move on to the next topic.
Sec.